Hi, I'm Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, and I'm happy to report this week we have a game. This weekend, actually on Sunday. Usually I believe games are on Saturdays for preseason, but our game will be this Sunday in Indianapolis versus the Colts, and the Carolina Panthers are preparing for them. They're actually going to be practicing against the Colts, which is something that coaches love to do, particularly for the quarterbacks, to give them some different looks against some different teams. And it's a situation where he can't be hit yet. But the Carolina Panthers will be traveling Wednesday. They'll have those joint practices Thursday and Friday. Coach Rule will be giving the players off on Saturday, and then you'll have that matchup on Sunday. So looking forward to that. And Coach Rule spoke about the obvious question, how much will Sam play during that preseason matchup? He says they got something in mind, but he doesn't want to say something yet because then it may change and he don't want to look like he's just giving coach talk. So they do have something in plan. But overall, their hopes during that game against the Colts is to get as many players as possible some action in that game. So let me go ahead and go over a few transactions that were today or recently since I last spoke to the guys. So this will be transactions for Sunday and Monday, all right? So we signed defensive end Kendall Donaldson, who actually spent some time with the team during the OTAs, as well as defensive back Ladarius Wiley. We waived defensive end Dustin Larkin and offensive lineman David Moore. And fortunately, we were able to activate tight end Steven Sullivan from the COVID list, and we had to waive wide receiver Markin Michael. Now, let me go ahead and play this clip now, and I'm not even going to attempt to say his name because it's still new in the season, and Sam Darnold, I forget the other guy's name, but nevertheless, our tight end situation last year noticeably declining with the departure of Greg Olsen, and Thomas struggled a little bit, so we brought in a new guy. Coach Rule talked about the process of liking him and bringing him onto the team.
Yeah, I mean, Joe had some experience with him in New Orleans. He'd been there. But B, we got ready to play the Cardinals last year, and in game planning the Cardinals, I really liked him. And so when it got to free agency, he was someone that we targeted, potentially that we could get. We were able to get him. And I personally believe when you study young quarterbacks, they all kind of have a go-to receiver that they whenever they get in trouble, they just know to go to that person. And typically a lot of these guys, they like big players, I mean, hey, I'm in trouble, I'm just going to find Kelsey. I'm just going to find one of those guys. And so, to me, I wanted us to get someone that was in that 6'5" range that you could see across the middle of the field and third down and red zone. You can see now Ian is becoming a part of the passing game. He's developing, caught one today. Dan as well. But that was kind of the thought process. Let's go find a big receiving tight end. And after having played the Cardinals, I knew what he could do and had a lot of respect for him. So, we targeted him and got him. And he's definitely he's definitely the brand of guy we want.
All right, so guys, I'm going to tell you, don't make fun of me. It's preseason for me, getting things together. Battery's on low, so I can't do any retakes, so hopefully don't laugh at me for looking down here at my notes. And by the way, I'm excited about this season this past weekend, so a lot of you guys out there that support the channel and watch the channel, appreciate anyone that comes up and says hello and checks out the channel. And a lot of the information I'm about to go over right now is just some information I'm able to get from, observations and the tools that they give the media remotely to look at for the team. But I'm missing being out there. If you don't recall, I'm not completely vaccinated. I will not be for about 3 weeks. So not until that point can you see me back on the field and talking to the players, which you guys love and I love so much, all right? So today, Carolina Panther, big payday guy, Taylor Moat, he actually played on the left side today. Coach Rule said that he didn't really notice anything, which is actually a good thing because if he's that up, then that means that either Taylor was not doing too well, but he did like what he's seeing and loves the flexibility that Taylor gives the team. Again, the reason that he was on that side is because we had an injury on the offensive line, so they just let him fill in right there. Made a note that defensive coordinator Phil Snow today wanted to see a lot of play action, just wanted to put a lot of stress on the defense, want to get those guys sharp. And so that'll wrap up today's coverage for Monday. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that bell notification. Reports will be coming out every day. And again, a reminder, I'm not fully vaccinated, so not until about 3 weeks will you see me back on the field. But I'll do everything I can to continue to bring you all coverage and interactive. I work for you guys. So questions for players, for coaches, for me, get them to me. DM, Twitter, however you need to. I am 100% committed to making this channel the best channel for Panthers football and connecting players to fans. I mean it. Hold me accountable to it, all right? Enough about that. Chris Jenkins reporting for Charlotte Vibe.